What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 82 of the Rise to Glory here with Gibraltar Apex, and today we are taking on Real Madrid at home in the Champions League. If you missed last episode, it was a double header, both games against Bayern Munich in the group stage. You've got to go watch it. Well worth your time. Can't recommend it enough. I'm now going to wait awkwardly and pause for 2 seconds whilst you, if you didn't watch the previous episode, go and watch it. So go watch it now. I'll still be here. Okay, and if you watched last episode already, well, that was an incredibly awkward pause. If you just finished watching the last episode, hopefully you enjoyed it. Today we are taking on Real Madrid, as I mentioned. It's the group stage. If we just look at the group and how things kind of stand, it's a bit of a curious situation here in Group F because we're actually top of the group. We did, of course, lose to Real Madrid, who are currently in second. A win today would be absolutely huge for us and, well, potentially put us in a position where we're guaranteed to be through to the next stage of the Champions League, which would be crazy, you know. We finished rock bottom of our group the last few years. Last year in the Champions League, we finished on 5 points. This year, we've already got 7. I mean, that is not too bad a going, especially when you consider our group is consisting of Real Madrid, Benfica and Bayern Munich. Anyway, since the last episode, 2 games to tell you guys about real quick. The first of which was a rather unconvincing 2-0 win against College Europa. I guess it's a win at the end of the day. Jer and McVitie getting the goals. And then we played Lincoln Red Imps, Tuzon grabbing 4. A player who, of course, joined us this year for £2 million. He's got 8 goals in 6 appearances in the league. He's done okay when he's played in Europe. He's still a good player. But we have signed a few loanees that I hadn't approached before signing this guy, who have because they're in the team and because they're doing so well, forced this guy out of the squad somewhat, which is a little bit of a shame in some ways, but it's good to see that when he was given a chance here, he did perform very well. Worth noting, Cafe grabbing a brace as well. Either way, we go into today's game against Real Madrid with a few little kind of squad conundrums. In terms of the Real Madrid squad, predicted to play the 4-2-3-1, that is what they played against us last time around. We are, of course, going to play our 4-4-2 counter. In terms of our team for today's game, Smith is still out. In fact, he was suspended before. He's now injured. He got injured on international duties. There was an international break between last episode and this episode. If we look at it, out for just under 2 weeks. So that's a little bit of a shame. As a result, Jay Desir keeps his spot on left back. He did quite well there, or left mid even. He did quite well there, though, for us in the last game against Bayern Munich. Gavial, Bouchard and Cafe make up the rest of our midfield. Up front for this game, we are going to go with Jer and Russo. Jer still in great form. Russo came on off the bench against Bayern Munich in that second leg and performed really well, earned a spot in the side today. Marriott, of course, got sent off last game because of how our team works out. It results in Tete switching to the left-back position, a position he can play fairly reasonably. And then at right-back, Danny Evans comes into the side with, of course, Grundy and Edson in the centre of midfield, or centre of defence even. Can't even get my positions right today. Young in goal, of course. That's the team. On the bench, we've got Romero, we've got Melvin Thomas, Manuel Cruz, Mustafa, Medina, McVitie and Tuzon. So we've got plenty of options there. I'm just making sure there's no one on the bench who I want to include, but I don't think there is. Part of me wants to bring Begay back into the squad. He did quite well coming on off the bench last time around. However, I think, you know what, I am going to make that change. It's unlikely that we'll be changing both centre-backs in our team. So I'm going to just go with the one centre-back on the team, and we'll bring in Begay, because I think he's a good player, very capable of playing that defensive mid-role for us, and a useful player to have coming on off the bench. So yeah, that's going to be the team for today's game. We're taking on Real Madrid at home. Last time we played them at the Bernabeu, we lost, of course, 2-0. Looking to try and do a little bit better than perhaps we did there. Of course, we did concede the second goal in that game in the last 10 minutes whilst going on the attack. We'll see how we get on. I'm going to tell the players the media have given us a lot of credit lately, give them a worthy display. We've been very good, very good in recent games. Of course, last episode against Bayern, we beat them and we drew against them. I'm hoping we can carry a little bit of that momentum into today's game. Although Real Madrid, you know, #1 seed in the group, very talented team. They, of course, lost against, I think they've lost twice. I think they lost against Bayern and Benfica. So they're not unbeatable, but they did beat us 2-0 last time out. We are at home, however, and we are unbeaten at the Space Park at the moment in all competitions. And I'm hoping that's something we can keep going today, although it is going to be a massive challenge. Early on in this game, though, 20 minutes gone, Real Madrid not had a shot on goal. They have dominated possession. We've had a few more shots than them, however. And, well, it's been a bit of a boring start to this game, hasn't it? I mean, not that I'm going to complain. A draw here would still be a very good result for us, and I'd certainly take it. But with the kind of calibre of Real Madrid's attack, some of their great players going forward, there's going to be goals in this game, you'd imagine, and we're going to have to score, we're going to have to defend well. And well, so far, I think it's safe to assume we have defended fairly well, because despite their dominance in possession, Real Madrid with just the 4 shots, 2 on target. Looks like we could be wrapping up the first half without a highlight. I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy with their... In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to tell them we owe them after the game against Real Madrid. I was going to try and get them fired up by telling them their performance wasn't great. But instead, we're just going to encourage the players as best we can. They're absolutely loving it. Russo not had the best game, which is a little bit concerning. However, I mean, no one's had a great game. It's been one of the more boring games you'll ever see in FM thus far. I'm hoping in the second half, we can craft out a few opportunities in our favour. Maybe, put in a similar performance to, I guess, how we got on against Bayern Munich in the home tie against them, where we only had a handful of chances, but we took the one counter that came our way. Either way, goal kick here, the first bit of action we're actually going to see of the game that isn't a kick-off. Gier bodged off the ball, and now Diop bringing the ball forward. It's Isco for Real Madrid. Playing, of course, their 4-2-3-1. Lots of options in the attacking midfield area, and Carvajal on the overlap for Real Madrid. Whips it in. Rogachev with the shot. Young, however, the Swedish beast between the sticks. The Titan right there. Great save. And well, with 61 minutes gone, not a lot happening thus far. Not a lot happening. I'm going to make a change. Russo's had a really disappointing display. I'm going to take him off and I'm going to bring on Mustafa, who of course is a Real Madrid player, so hopefully he's going to be a bit fired up to come on and potentially have an impact for us. I'm also going to take out Gaviao, who is booked, and we're going to bring in Manuel Cruz for him. So going to go with the double change, get some fresh legs on. I'm hoping Mustafa can put in a good display against his current employers. I mean, it'd be a bit controversial, I guess, for him if he was to get a goal here, or certainly play a role in, well, denying them a victory, if anything. But, I mean, it's still 0-0 here, 23 minutes left. Real Madrid definitely having more of the shots. They've dominated possession throughout, but they've not created a lot. And we have a set piece here. Bouchard, Edson, back post. Cleared away, but discern here. Now can we build again? Evans did... Oh, yeah, bury that. Blocked away. Varane with a massive block there. Almost said Veron for a second. It's definitely not Juan Sebastian Veron, although it was almost very close to being a goal. It's still 0-0 here, but that was a clear-cut chance. I feel like these highlights we're having are now pointless, but I'm hoping they're not going to be. Corner coming in. Tete, Gier shoots Scuffet with an insane save on the line. And, well, Real Madrid, defensively called into action here. And with 10 minutes left, I mean, it's still 0-0. It's still anyone's game. Gier, can he win it? He can't, but Cruz will. Just Mustafa. Gier is ahead of him. Mustafa beats 1. Beats 2. Cafe. Gier scores. Let's go. Let's go. It's 1-0. It's 1 AM in the morning. I do not care. Gier has just scored a goal. Cafe involved in the build-up. I said it would be dramatic if Mustafa was involved. I'll tell you what, he certainly was right there. The goal is given. And, well, we've had some chances in this second half. Mustafa bringing the ball forward. Gets tackled by Varane, but Cafe threads through Gier, who with his 18 acceleration finds a yard of space, and from 7 yards out he does not miss from there, does Gier. Great finish, smashes it in. Not long left in this game now just to defend, really. Going to switch to defensive, and if we could get a win here, what a historic win it would be. It would be absolutely insane. The best result of this save so far, and with 30 seconds left, we might be about to do it, boys. What a crazy, crazy match this has been. Pavon gives away the ball. Let's just clear it. 20 seconds. Keep your heads on, boys. Mustafa, I mean, if we score again, why not? Mustafa, just time waste my son. The Real Madrid player just taunting his teammates, and it's going to be full time here. What a result that is. That is absolutely insane. 1-0 it finishes. What a performance. One of the best results I think I've ever had in FN, that one right there. We are guaranteed to go through to the next round of the Champions League. Benfica and Real Madrid, they're 4 points adrift. We are going to the knockout stages. This is crazy. What a mad result. The fans absolutely loving it. I mean, you can't blame them, can you? You cannot blame them one little bit for that. £1 million paid for getting to the first knockout round. We reached the first knockout round. What an incredible result that is. And, well, I was contemplating doing the Benfica result, but it's not going to matter too much. So I'm probably not going to do that game now. Of course, last time we played Benfica, we beat them 2-0 in a live com. I mean, absolutely incredible. What an achievement that is from the players. What is this? 11 years in. The past winners of the competition, Real Madrid, the current holders. I mean, there's a chance they're going to go out in the group stage, and they're going to go out in the group stage at the hands of us. And that is just a ridiculous thing to be able to say. Wow. I mean, I don't know who we're going to get in the knockout stage just yet. I guess you guys will have to stick around to find out, but insane stuff. Absolutely ridiculous. We rode our luck across a lot of these games this year, but I think we've been overdue a bit of luck. And we've got that rub of the green. It's going to help our coefficient massively to beat the second biggest team in Europe and make it to the first knockout stage. I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I really am. Cannot believe it. Beyond my wildest expectations. When I saw this group, I didn't think it could get any harder, really. But we've done a job. You know, we lost that first game against Real Madrid, and since then, we've bounced back. You look at the team. Mick Vitti on 5 assists. Paul Smith on 8 goals. It's a shame he's not been around for the last 2 games. One of our big players, really. We've got the wins against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid without him. But either way, that's going to wrap up this episode. What a mad episode. Crazily good result. As I mentioned, next time around for episode 83, we'll be back with the first knockout stage of the Champions League. Something I didn't think I'd be saying at the start of this year. Crazy stuff. If you've enjoyed this episode, smash the like button. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. I'm shell-shocked. I do not know what to make of what I've just witnessed. I'm not going to complain though. Crazy stuff here. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the next episode. I certainly am. Yeah, if we could hit 600 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely insane. Let's go 600. I'll probably forget that by the time this video goes up. If you want to go for it, please do. I feel like that kind of performance definitely deserves that. I'm now waffling on. As I said, absolutely shell-shocked right here. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. It is me, Jack. Thank you so much for watching as always. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in a bit where we will be back for the Champions League first knockout round.